first year. College years are not first.
Hi, welcome to the Jesu Otaku anime review. I am J, which is one so cool with K for Kara, L for L, M for Mellow, or N for Near. If we find any super geniuses named Otto and Petty, we can get the whole alphabet going.
Since I started out, I had to do a lot of overlays in order to keep
Honey, microphone, microphone.
Hi, welcome to the Jesu Otaku. Talking? Is that sort of working?
Yes.
Come on in, we have candy! Woo! I think I'll stop and think about my best.
Hey, John, can you do me a favor real quick?
Yeah.
Can you watch the door and make sure no one comes in without a badge? I'll be right here.
Alright, so, so originally the big bright blue light ray thing was just to hide the fact that I had a horrible, ugly webcam. But over time I got a better camera, but I was still on YouTube, and I did silly things like this. Today's reviews are the temperamental vampire clad in a red long coat. That's his own kind to protect himself and his values. I don't know it's not Alucard because this vampire wears a silly hat. That was, and this was one of my first, not my first, I think Princess Tutu, and this was the first, time I started taking fan suggestions. So people were actually watching what I did, giving me feedback, and that was very helpful. Is this loud enough? Yeah. Okay. So, don't talk. So finally I ended up on that guy with the glasses, and I decided to review Bakano in the hopes that maybe it would encourage Doug and Rob to watch it. I don't think they ever. I gave them a copy of it. I don't think they ever did, but that's all right. I think Rob did, something like that. But that was a long time ago. So I had long hair. Jesus, look at that. And by that time I had a better camera, and my gimmicks were getting slightly better. That is a water bottle with a label drawn on it that says vodka, which was
Seems legit.
the point. It seems legit. You know, the point is totally moot because you can't read it anyway. But I was like, oh, it's okay. You know, like they drank vodka in Prohibition era, you know. They drank whatever sludge they could, you know, churn out underneath the police noses, so, you know. Hello and welcome to the Jesu Otaku anime review. And that's the worst Brooklyn accent you will ever hear in your life. Thanks. So that... I'll leave you see it, never mind. Drives you wacky at all, then you might want to make tricks. Hey, that's it. Alright, so that's how I ended up, where we eventually ended up with this. That is, in case you can't tell, the footage has been run backwards. Because I didn't actually have anybody throw me the hat. I shot that at 3 in the morning in my house with nobody else around. And, I'll throw it backwards and then, okay. So yeah, that's where I started on YouTube, and so probably you guys have seen those reviews, and then, which I don't know what I'm about to click on, so probably... yes, okay, and then did some other fun stuff like Countdown. This one's I believe 90 minutes long, so if you've seen the whole thing, kudos to you. How many of you actually seen the top 20 villains Countdown? It is. Woo! Neato! Okay, cool. Alright, so for those of you who haven't, I decided to use the least cliche song I could possibly think of in introducing the Countdown. And in all of these characters, I decided to troll people. I built this up for a long time, and I just put that out as sort of an ad, I guess, for what was I eventually going to do. And none of these characters in this entire opening are actually in the countdown. I just trolled people as hard as I could. I'm like, nah, I just chose evil faces. Some people really bitched about it. Some people really whined about it because Lelouch's face was in there, and they're like, he's not evil because this, and this, and they... Okay, that's actually from the YouTube, sorry. Yep, re-downloaded it. I didn't repost it on YouTube because they took it down. I'm like, I'm not putting it back up. It took hours, you know, and they're going to take it down again, so. But yeah, who can name that evil laugh that I had at the end of it? Anybody know what that was from? You're pretty, it's a little obscure, so. It is the character, I think it's probably my favorite villain from Trigun, the Neon... Brilliant Dynamite's Neon, that's his name. That's his double laugh, so I really liked it, so I just stuck it in there. Alright, but chances are, if you're in here, what you actually know me from is not any of that, it's this. So after I was on that guy with glasses for a while, I decided decided I would try this little thing, and it was only going to last a month, and I was just going to do like 10-minute videos on every season, you know, and it'd be done by August. Yeah, that'd be easy. That didn't happen. People asked me why I used the Spanish opening. I was like, it sounded cool, and it was, you know, it didn't sound like the Digimon theme song. It was longer. But yeah, that didn't happen because people really liked what I was doing with it, and their expectations were really built up, and I was like, well, maybe I should do just like a really long so Digimon Adventures retrospective was almost 2 hours, and Zero Twos was 2.5 hours. I've never counted how long Chambers has been. It's not quite done yet. But so yeah, it was pretty successful, so I kept going with it. It takes a long time to do, but people really seem to like them, so I'm okay with it. And I was going to let this play out, but let's not. Unless you guys want to. It's my favorite season. These people have asked Alpha and Ash, because that's one of your questions today. Chambers is my favorite. I can't help myself. It's so fun. Oh wait, I've broken the PG-13 rule.
PG-13 movie. One or two.
That's true. You can say it once in a PG-13 movie. You can drop the other one. We're good. All right, so I'm going to save this for the end, if anything. So I guess it's 10 minutes in. That's long enough. So I guess I'll take some questions from you guys, and if anybody has a question, you can have a scan to do.
How long did it take you from starting from YouTube, then ending up on that guy?
Requiring me to do math in my head. I started in. I have to hold this really close in order. Let me try speaking for back here. Doesn't work. Okay. Starting out on YouTube, I started in January of 2009. Let's see, so a year went by, and I was picked up in February of 2010, and I started on March 1st. So over a year, a little over a year. I first heard about that guy with the glasses. But here's the funny thing about how I started out reviewing. A lot of people started out reviewing because they wanted to be on Tick-O-Tick, and it's fun to say, isn't it? Tick-O-Tick. But I didn't know it existed, actually. When I first started reviewing, that's why my review style is so quote-unquote serious compared to... I've tried to loosen up since I started, make it more entertaining, but it's a little more serious compared to a lot of the other reviewers and reviewers because I didn't ape any style from them. I had no idea they existed. I found out about them in about June or July after I put out about, 8 reviews or so. And I think it was Lee from Still Gaming, who was sort of a minor player on the side at the time. He's still around, I think. Kind of introduced it to me, and I was like, oh, this is really interesting. So I started to try to put my stuff up there. I think I put up Outlaw Star, and they mentioned that on Transmission also. And they said, yeah, her stuff is really cool. Like she should get picked up. And I'm like, good. I'm sure I'll be on site, any day now. And tried for months and months and months, and nothing happened. So late October, around Halloween, when I was doing the Higurashi review. And I don't know if anybody remembers watching the Higurashi review, because it's old, and it's never put on that guy with glasses, a YouTube review. There are moments in it where I zoom out and I show myself in the middle of the review, and it's still going, and I'm just talking, and I never do that, and it's only in that review because I was told, well, maybe it's just because you don't show enough of your face, and everybody on Tick-O-Tick shows their face. Like, CR doesn't exist apparently, and you never see, so I tried that just in an effort to get on site, and it didn't work. So I was like, well, I didn't really want to change my style either. I didn't like showing myself on camera in the middle of the review. I thought it was distracting. So I was like, well, you know what? Tick-O-Tick is a little more comedy-based site. I'm a little bit more serious reviewer, so maybe they're just not looking for, what I do. Maybe it's just not my venue. So I gave up entirely. I left Tick-O-Tick as far as posting on there. I still did reviews and I didn't update there. In February of the next year, after I've been off for like 5 months, Rob calls me and he's like, hey, we'd like to bring you on. I'm like, I haven't been doing anything, I haven't been around. And they're like, yeah, we eventually kind of discovered you figured it'd be worth picking up. So yeah, a little over a year is the answer to your question. Pretty much, so yeah, not too long. It was an enjoyable ride. I liked the way it started, but I'm so glad I got off of YouTube when I did, because it's an uninhabitable wasteland right now. You can't put anything up. If it's not the commenters who will just, tear you apart for like the dumbest reasons or slobber over you for goodness. It's just the fact that like everything, no matter what you put up, people who don't have copyright ownership of the stuff you put up will put claims on it. Just because bots catch it, and they'll catch it and it'll sound sort of like a sound clip from another song that's not related whatsoever, and they'll mark it. And it's like, what the? You know, so like I think my YouTube account, the second one, is about to be banned, and I haven't even updated it in almost a year. And it's just about to be banned because like over time stuff would get attached to it, and all it's dumb. So yeah, I guess that's the next question.
I'm just wondering, have you ever thought about reviewing Slayers by any chance, or is that like so multi-layered and...
Oh no, I mean, I've done stuff that had a lot of spin-off, like, you know, it's probably not the best example, or probably a better example, but Haruhi Suzumiya has several things made after it, and it's gonna have, I can't imagine how much Haruhi Suzumiya material there's gonna be in 10 years, like, it's not even close to over, and I reviewed that just fine, so I wouldn't have a problem reviewing Slayers, even though there's a lot of sequels to it. Yeah, I've thought about it, people have asked me to review it several times, it just hasn't come up yet, because it takes a while to watch a series and then look over it and edit it. And it just takes a while. So yeah, Slayers possibly in the future. Nothing against reviewing it totally. Yeah, someday maybe. So. You sir.
The anime you regret watching.
You know.
Of course he's winning.
Well, what'd you say?
I was being Garzy's wing.
Oh, Garzy's Wing. Oh, heck no. No. I love Garzy's Wing. I actually, you know, Sage and Spoony reviews that together. You know, Garzy's Wing. I actually, and he didn't reference me in the review, and I was like, ouch. But I introduced that to Sage, because he was like sending me all this awful stuff, and I was like, well, you have some awful. And I sent him Garzy's Wing, and he responded by, you know, making a crossover with it, so it made me happy. You know, he seemed to enjoy it. I regret, I don't know, everything that I watch kind of makes, I don't know, like I don't know that there's been anything that's actually scarred me, and even if there's stuff that I hate, I can say that I've seen it, and I can say that maybe I've learned something from it. I don't know, that sounds too deep for watching cartoons, but I guess, like, nothing off the top of my head that I regret watching, like not even like, I've seen a little bit of Bible Black, and I was watching it with Vixen. Well, Vixen on the site DesiDesBrigade.com was doing a riff of it, so I was watching it as she was riffing it, and I was just, you know, it was much funnier with her, you know, making fun of it. That was the only reason I saw it, but I don't know, honestly, I don't think there's anything I've seen that I just regret seeing I shouldn't have watched or whatever. There's some stuff that just made me sick, like the ending of Master Martial Arts, but that's probably, I don't know, I don't regret watching Master Martial Arts. It was a hilarious review, so Sage is a lot of fun to, you know, which I look forward to. The Sage trilogy is coming to an end. It's going to be a trilogy. There's a final part that we're working on right now, so.
Aiken, Master Martial Arts, and...
Aiken, Master Martial Arts, and question mark, so I'm not going to say what it is. I will say that you have heard of it. It's not obscure. So that's all I'm going to say. Okay. Question? You got, sir.
What was it like doing the podcast on Anime News Network?
Well, I've done it 4 times now. So the most recent one was just the only one that I had been featured on. And me and Zach are just, I wouldn't say we're tight, but we talk off and on pretty often, and so it was pretty relaxed. Like I was kind of nervous going into it because I didn't know what people were going to ask, and I didn't know. It's weird when you do something that you're not editing yourself. You get a little bit. I just felt some sweat on me. I just realized I've been answering all these questions with Umbreon hat in my head, and I couldn't. No, so silly. But I don't know. It was a lot of fun. Like it was just kind of like chatting with a friend. Because, you know, Zach, I guess the most uncomfortable part of it was that when I was asked to, like, explain my love for Trigon, explain why I think it's good, and I think I did a really poor job. Like, I think at one point I said it's like it's still got fans, and it's the dumbest defense ever. Like, I can think of better defenses for that show than that. But then I turned it right around and told him to, like, explain why he loved the Kaoru episode of Evangelion, because I think it's just, like, the most forced, weird, stupid thing ever, because I don't know, I just, you know, I like the concept of what they were going for with Kaoru, but just introducing him in that episode and expecting us to think that Shinji is falling in love with him and then us to care, and how it was done, I just think is, like, I understand the concept, the execution's awful, you know, and so he was like, that's my favorite episode, and I'm like, explain yourselves, you make me explain Trigon, explain this. So, you know, it was fun. I don't know, I've loved doing the Ancast every time, I always like going on. I've never asked to be on because I don't want to like pester him or anything, and I don't want to wear out my welcome. But every time he asks me to be on the Ancast, I'm like, you know, exciting. So I guess that's it. You, sir.
Is there any genre that you just won't watch?
Hentai.
Beyond that.
I don't. Yeah, because I mean, like, I can't review. As I say, I can't review hentai because